Hello everybody, we're back doing some cards.
Hello.
We're looking at Khans of Tarkir, and we've done white, we've done blue. So guess what we're coming on to now on the colour pie?
Black.
Yes, we are indeed.
On the Wooberg scale.
We are Wurberg, and we're going on first to Bellowing Saddle Brute. Really impressive card.
Yeah.
It's a 4/5 for 4 with raid, and it's one of the raids that actually sort of...
Yeah, it's like reverse.
It is reverse. It shocks me, and it's just really cool.
Yeah,
When it enters the battlefield, you lose 4 life unless you attacked with a creature this turn. So it has a downside.
So this is really pushing the don't play raid unless you've attacked, you prick.
Yeah.
Like, a 4/5 for 4 though is good at uncommon. It's good. Like, its raid ability is bad.
Yeah, but if you need to have a 4/5 creature and you haven't been able to attack that turn, 4 life for a 4/5, like, you might need to sometimes.
Yeah, especially in
5 toughness is
formats.
pretty good with a 4 attack on it. For 4 mana, I think Bellowing Saddle Brute is going to be one of those cards you'll want to get as many as you can in like draft and or sealed.
Oh yeah.
Standard, probably not, because there's better things in black. Like, we've got Herald of Torment, we've got Master of Feasts.
Yes.
Which are going to be real breakout stars, trust me.
Yes.
Like, both of those are going to skyrocket in price just because now we've lost Ravnica. Those things are massive for what the mana cost is.
Yeah.
Bellowing Saddle Brute, not that good, but in seal play, it's going to be a real all-star. So pick them. It's real good.
Bitter Revelation is up next, and that's 3 and a black for a sorcery. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. 2 into the hand, 2 into the graveyard, lose 2 life. What can you say? It's
good in limited.
It's standard card draw in black, isn't it? You lose a bit of life.
Yeah. I mean, it's very good in limited.
Yeah, sure.
Just because you get to sort, you get to sort through your cards. You do get to enable delve again. For those delve cards, you will be wanting to sneak in as like little shock cards that might just come out of nowhere. And we will be looking at some of those in black that are really, really good, actually. And losing 2 life is fine.
Yeah, Thoughtseize makes it regardless.
Yeah, I mean, I would say almost definitely not in standard.
Oh, no.
Because it's sorcery.
Yes.
And it's just you don't get enough at card advantage.
Yeah.
But yeah, limited, definitely play it.
So, moving on to a card which we're pretty sure is going to see play in every format.
Yes,
Go
definitely.
ahead, dude. I know you love this card.
Blood-Soaked Champion. Now, I love my 2/1 1-drops in black. I loved Tormented Hero.
Yep.
This guy can't block, so that's a downside, but not in certain decks, especially not ones when you have raid, because you're going to be wanting to attack like a madman.
Yep.
And is this one of the only raid costs that you have to pay for? Probably is.
Off the top of my head, yeah.
Yeah,
I think
so it's 1/1 black with raid, and you return Blood-Soaked Champion from your graveyard to the battlefield. And activate this ability only if you attack with a creature this turn. So you have to pay, but when you attack, you can just keep bringing this guy back. He's just some...
shades of like Bloodghast.
Yeah, shades of your grave crawlers.
Yeah.
You grave crawlers saw like a ton of play.
Yeah. I think this is great.
This is a really good card, and especially like as we say, the format's slowing down. You are going to have a couple of mana open most times.
Yeah.
Getting a 2/1 for 1 mana on your turn 1 is good. You'll be swinging with him, and that might even trigger some raid creatures on your turn 2, on your turn 3, whenever. This will see play, because it's just one of those that you can easily recur. It's an easily recurable creature.
Anything that just can easily come back from the graveyard is
very good. And there's a reason it's rare. And, for a 1 mana rare, you've got to look at it. And this will be fantastic in limited, fantastic in standard. Maybe we'll see Eternal format play.
Probably not EDH, but... the Eternal formats.
Yeah.
I'd say it could possibly see some play. So, Dead Drop, Delve. It's 9 and a black for a Delve. Sorcery, target player, sacrifices 2 creatures. Now, why is this so good?
Oh, it's good because target player sacks 2 creatures. That's why it's good.
It gets around indestructible.
Gets around hexproof. The blue hexproof creature we looked at towards the end, which we were saying could be a really good card. If you can't deal with it quickly, Dead Drop gets rid of it. A lot of people aren't going to have like
kills. Everything.
Yeah, I mean, black always has these sort of target player sacks creatures things. We've got Geth's Verdict, things like that. This could be as cheap as 1 black in the right deck.
Yeah, I mean, this is certainly a contender for this is the only Delve card I have in my deck.
Yeah.
But it's a good one.
It's a very good one.
Making your opponent sacrifice 2 creatures. I mean, obviously in fringe cases, it's not a choice you want to make them take because, I'll just sack my Scuttling Doom Engine then, dude. But, in most cases,
it's going to be good.
Well, certainly, in a lot of cases, it's going to be good if you get it out cheap enough.
I mean, if you're thought seizing people, if you're despising, if you're drawing cards, if you're burning things, and you can see where I'm going with this, I'm going Grixis Control.
Yeah.
Dead drop suddenly starts becoming really cheap, and if they do start to try and stabilize, you can just dead drop them, and that is like stabilizing done, mate.
Yeah.
I'm now going to win the game. I'm in charge. This in a Grixis Control or a blue-black Control or a black-red Control or whatever you want to put it in, I think somewhere deep down my heart wants to say standard play.
I think possibly sideboard definitely against anything that's reliant on gods
or indestructibility or hexproofing.
Yes.
Dead drop's really cool. I really like this card. Initially, when we both saw it, we went, 10 mana? And then we saw Delve and went, okay, I guess so.
Okay, so cheaper. But then the idea that...
really
but
good.
then we questioned why it was sacrifice and not destroy, and then we thought, well, sacrifice actually gets around quite a few things.
Wizards knows what they're doing, guys. Let's be honest. They're putting this at 10 mana, and it's probably still well costed.
Yeah.
So just keep an eye on this one.
Debilitating Injury is a... look at that guy! Oh, have you ever played Shadow of the Colossus?
Yes.
Well, it looks like when you stab him and all the stuff comes out of him.
It does.
So it's 1 and a black for an enchantment aura. Enchanted creature gets -2/-2.
It will be removal. It will be weakening things.
Mm-hmm.
It's just good removal. You'll play it in sealed. You'll play it in draft. You won't play it in standard.
Theros has versions of this aura which do more things. So if you were going to... Journey into Nyx in particular has a couple of black ones that...
Yeah, the Nyx Infusion.
Nyx Infusion, and there's also like Stab Wound. So if you were going to play an enchantment which gives minuses, probably not this one. But in Limited, if you see it, get it, because it neutralises threats and it is removal. So.
Yes, so play it in those, but don't play it in standard. One card that will be seen playing standard.
Yeah,
for absolute surety.
Despise.
And I've seen people earlier on Reddit saying, do you think Despise will get rid of Thoughtseize in standard? No, the only thing that's going to get rid of Thoughtseize in standard is when Theros Block rotates.
Yes.
But Despise will be played alongside Thoughtseize, definitely.
For a lot of reasons. I think people want to see Waste not succeed as a card, and this is another...
this could push it.
This is another push for that. Obviously, there's quite a few like discard cards in black at the moment. And I think it's just good. You'll play it alongside Thoughtseize, or if you're playing like a little F&M deck and you can't afford Thoughtseize, you might play this.
Yeah, I mean, let's get through it quickly. 1 black for sorcery speed. Target opponent reveals his hand, which is really good already, and you choose a creature card or a planeswalker from it, and that player discards that card. So no losing of life, but you are definitely going to have to choose a creature or planeswalker. You do get to see that whole hand. The new artwork is so cool.
Yeah.
It's just a classic spell. It will be played in standard. It will be played in limited. There you go.
Yes, brilliant. Disowned Ancestor.
What a poor guy. Disowned.
Oh, he's disowned and he's all looks like smoke.
He is 0/4 for 1 black.
With Outlast. Bad. So moving on.
It is a bad card.
Dutiful Return is 3 and a black for a sorcery. Return up to 2 target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand.
Gruesome artwork.
Yeah, very.
Gruesome
We've seen this effect before. Do you ever play them? No, you generally don't.
You might play a one of in a sealed or draft deck, but that's about it.
Empty the Pits.
Oh my days.
I'll let you talk about Empty the Pits.
The artwork on this for a start is, and this is my favourite artwork of the set.
Yeah?
Is just
I love the flavour of it.
Horrendously cool. I mean, the zombies in this set, don't they look amazing?
It really...
I thought Theros Block zombies looked cool.
It really pushes sort of like the depravity and amorality of the Sultai as well.
Yeah.
Just that they've literally got pits of the dead.
That we need some people. Just empty
the pits. So,
but yeah,
first thing you want to look at is, oh my fucking god, look at that mana cost!
Yeah, Maro was saying and hinting to a 4 black and 2 X card, and people going, what could this be? This is it. And it's mythic for a reason. It's an instant speed 4 black XX.
This is the third mythic so far that we've looked at that people are contentious about.
Yeah.
And
people
sorry to interrupt, but uniquely, again, you're on the side of it being good, I'm on the side of not so much.
So I'll say why I think it's good, and then you say why I think it's bad.
Well, I think it's bad is pretty obvious.
Yes.
I want you to explain why you think it's good.
I think it's good because in the right build, as just a complete finisher when they've ran out of options and they have exhausted desperately trying to stop you in a deck, which black a lot of the time is a sort of control-y thing where they're removing things of yours. You're doing this, you're doing that, you don't care if things die, you're just trying to get those points of damage through, which black does really well.
Yeah.
To then delve and put X 2/2 black zombie creature tokens onto the battlefield. Tapped, yes, I understand, and I don't like that tap thing with zombies. I understand flavorfully why. But this delve thing could get absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. There was a graphic up that someone put on Reddit
Yes, I saw that.
how many zombies they could get out on what turns.
On average.
And people... and he
Average was like 7?
7 zombies on like...
7, 8, 9?
Yeah, 7, 8, and 9 zombies on like turn 5.
Yeah, it is crazy.
And like, unless... And I know why it's bad, because it's just Bioblight, and they're all gone.
Well, yeah, it's the reason... I think the reason that people are not sure on this card is because it has one weakness. Well, it has a couple of weaknesses, but its one big weakness is huge.
Yes.
And exploitable. And Bioblight is played in almost any black deck.
Yes.
The mana cost, surprisingly, I don't really have a problem with. I think the 4 black you can get... If you've got this in your deck, you can get around it with Urborg. Yeah, exactly. So this is in standard with Urborg. The double X cost, yeah, it's a bit restrictive, but
with Delve, it's not.
Delve, it's kind of not.
It's basically like you're paying 2 cards in your graveyard is a zombie.
This'll either win you the game or just get answered. That's the thing.
And that's why it's not a bad card, because you're not going to play any more than 2 copies of this. You're not going to play 4 because you'd be stupid.
Yeah, that would be ridiculous.
But if one of those copies turns up on turn 9 and you've been playing the game, removing their stuff, a couple of your things have died, you just go... Empty the pits. All my mana, all my delve into like 12 zombies.
I'd leave 1 mana open for the just in case somebody plays the blue card counter target and on creature spell unless they pay 1.
Oh yeah, maybe
leave 1 open.
Yeah, maybe leave 1 open, guys. Don't go all out.
Jesus.
But no, I am that sort of guy. It's all in or not.
All in.
But Empty the Pits, I think, will probably not see like top tier standard play, but F&M definitely, even if it's just me playing it.
People are going to win with this card.
Yeah, I mean, it is either going to win you the game because you've got a sheer amount of zombies that it's just too much,
or you were going
to lose anyway.
Yeah, yes.
So it's one of those. I think it's really good though.
So Grim Haruspex is a 2 and a black for a 3/2 morph. No special when it turns up ability, but it has the ability of whenever another non-token creature you control dies, draw a card.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
3/2
rare.
3. I mean, we're looking at this. First in limited, it's a Rough Rider, a 3/2 for 3.
Yeah, sure.
But you can also...
Its morph cost is just a black as well.
Which is really good. I actually really like the 1 black morph cost. I think it's quite...
So you can turn this up at instant speed if a lot of stuff's going to die.
If someone board wipes...
I mean, including this. You turn this over and then everything that just dies...
And then you draw all those cards.
So it's pretty good.
It's pretty cool. I don't know about standard because I don't think there's going to be enough sort of board wipey effects going on.
Depends if there's a lot of maybe if there's a lot of sacrifices... If you've got a lot of sack outlets, which off the top of my head I can't roll through every card in standard, but possibly people could try and make this work. But then a lot of rares don't make it, and I think this will probably be one of them.
I think it's pretty cool though. I actually do like it. Another card that I really like we're coming up to next is Gurmag Swiftwing.
I think this is a great card at Uncommon.
Limited, this is superb. 1/2 flying first strike haste for 2 mana. When have you ever seen all that on a card for 2 mana?
Well,
very rarely. It's
not even Ash Seller had that many keywords.
No, it didn't. And this is an uncommon for probably a reason. I mean, they don't want this at common because people are just pulling it everywhere.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's really good. It will block everything early on in the game. It will hit for damage on turn 2. It will do what you need it to do. It's not like nuts late game. Late game, it's a pretty feel bad. But if you get this early on in your curve, in draft, you're going to be wanting to have this in your curve. And it's going to do work. It's going to be really good.
I mean, I know, this isn't as good as Ash Seller, but look how well Ash Seller does.
Oh yeah,
it's a turn 2, the same as Ash Zealot. Zealot.
Zealot.
It only does 1, but it's got the same toughness and it's got flying, so it's got that evasion. So chances are, people are going to try it. People are going to want to waste a burn spell on it straight away.
Yes.
And with all of the counter stuff that's flying around in, that's going to be flying around in standard when this comes out, all the 1/1 counter stuff.
Getting it plussed up?
Yeah, this is going to be like a big target turn 2.
Oh, yeah.
So...
Moving on to one of the freakiest arts you will ever see.
What is going on in that artwork?
I think this is why Soren's actually come here. Not for Ugin, he's coming up to say, what the hell is happening to my species? Keru Bloodsucker, a 2/2 for 3 vampire. Whenever a creature you control with toughness 4 or greater dies, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life.
So that's not bad in the right deck, I guess.
If you've got enough toughness 4 creatures, then sure.
Like in EDH, sure, if you've got like loads of 4 toughness creatures and you kill them all.
However, here is your sack outlet.
Yeah.
2 and 1 black, sacrifice another creature, put a 1/1 counter on Kerry Bloodsucker. So with Grim Harrow specs, you can be drawing some cards along with that.
And there's potential that sacrifice something that's got 4 or power toughness, like say a wall or
one of the walls.
One of the walls.
If you've struggled in draft,
yeah.
then and you've had to play walls, but you've got a Kerry Bloodsucker, you can actually do okay.
So you can sacrifice that, put a counter on this. They lose 2 life, you gain 2 life. I mean
maybe that's a deck. That's the Kerry Bloodsucker wall.
That's
deck
value
draft.
town. To
Who
be
knows?
fair, that's a lot for one thing.
But it's got a lot of abilities, and I think for that reason, I think it's good in limited because it has a lot of reach.
Awesome. So moving on to one of the most daunting artworks from this
it's
set.
so cool.
It's so ghastly.
I wish it was a better card.
Yeah, it's Kerry Dreadmore, which is 4 and a black for a 4/4 defender with the activated ability of 1 and a green. Sacrifice another creature, so another sack outlet. You gain life total to the sacrifice creature's toughness. So, I mean,
similar to the other thing
yeah.
with the sacking. It's
all right.
It's a 4/4 defender. The good thing is it's got a high defender attack.
It's got
defenders often have 0 or 1.
Yeah, so
this is going to be killing stuff.
Yeah, it's a defender that people are actually scared of.
Yeah, I mean,
and it's got like a shit life's legacy attached to it.
Yeah,
basically.
It really has.
So not much else to say about that apart from I feel sorry for the guy that's about to get fed to it.
Late picks, sure, get 1. Don't have any more than that because it's just wasteful.
Yes. So Krumar Bondkin. Why don't you go ahead on the Orc Warrior, my friend?
It's a 5/3 for 5. You can morph it for 5. Let's move on. It's fine. It's late picks if you need it. If you need a creature, okay.
I mean, I guess with all of these like vanilla morph creatures, the best thing you can say about them is it keeps your opponent guessing.
Yes.
Because obviously it's face down. So.
But it will get played because it's got 5 power.
Yeah,
It's not fantastic.
No. So Mardu Skull Hunter is 1 and a black. Now. It's a 2/1. It's a 2-cost 2/1. And it enters tapped, and I can't for the life of me figure out why.
It shouldn't enter tapped.
Not
really
for 2
shouldn't
mana.
enter tapped.
I mean, Tormented Hero did, but that was fair dues. It was
that was
1
mana and had a really good heroic ability.
Yeah. So, but
this has raid.
Raid. When Mardu Skull Hunter enters the battlefield, if you attacked with the creature's turn, target opponent discards a card. So, it's. I mean, it's all right. It's all right. But
it's all right. You'll play
I don't get that it enters tapped.
You'll play it in limited because it's a 2/1 4/2. And it has an added ability if you do something that turn, which is basically attack with your 1-drop. But it's not amazing.
So you can't block with it the turn it comes out?
You're gonna basically you are if you're gonna be attacking with your 1-drop, unless that's got vigilance, you're gonna be left open on turn 2 or 3, whichever way you went round.
I get it not.
Yes,
I don't understand it.
It's fine, you'll play it, but you won't be happy about it.
So Mer-Ek Nightblade is 3 and a black for a 2/3 with Outlast Black. So pay a black and tap it and put a 1/1 counter on it. And each creature you control with a 1/1 counter on it has Death Touch.
This is one of the better Outlast cards.
Yeah, one of the better Outlast give stuff with counters abilities.
Yeah, if you're in that deck and you want to give things Outlast and you want to sort of cross-pollinate with this card and go like maybe white Outlast things, because most of the Outlast stuff's in white as that's that dominant colour.
Yeah.
But then have this guy just to give those things Death Touch as well. It could be quite good. 2/3 for 4 is not to be sniffed at either. It's fine.
Certainly
it's not like amazing by any stretch of the imagination. Obviously, it's well under curve. But if you need a creature that has a decent ability tagged onto it, this is not bad at all. Will not see standard play in any format.
And obviously, you have to put like time and effort into getting this to have Death Touch.
Yeah,
but
there are ways to give things 1/1 counts other than Outlast. But I mean, this is pretty decent.
So Molting Snakeskin is a 1-drop enchantment aura. Enchanted creature gets +2/+0 and has 2 black, 2 and a black, should say, regenerate this creature, which, a regenerate that doesn't go away.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Giving stuff 2 power for 1 mana is good, and regenerating things is always useful.
Yeah.
Limited wise, this is a lot better. Standard won't get played at all.
No.
But I mean, it's a really decent enchantment. I actually really like that. I think it's going to be good in limited. Not a high pick. It's not quite your what was the 2 red 2/0 with a shock.
Hammerhand?
No.
I know the one. Inferno Fist. Absolutely.
It's not quite good as Inferno Fist.
No.
So it's not going to be like first pickable, because Inferno Fist is first pickable in draft, trust me.
And the regenerate is quite expensive when you've got creatures that have it built in for like a mana.
But it's good. Moving on to a card that is very good. Scarily good. Murderous Cut, another Delve card. 4 and 1 black instant with Delve.
This will see play.
This will see standard play. Destroy. I mean, people are even saying this will see modern play.
Yeah, maybe.
In the Delve decks. Destroy target creature for as cheap as 1 black. We've never seen a spell as good as 1 black destroy target creature.
There is Leshrack's minion of Leshrack.
There is.
But still.
If you want to go that far, then
Murderous Cut, yeah. So it's not going to be hard for you to delve for 4. Just flat out. Destroy target creature. Another contender for this is the only delve card in my deck.
Yes.
It makes it, if this is the only delve card in your deck, it's one of the best removals around. One of the best single target removals that you can get in standard.
Yeah, I mean, all you have to do is delve 2, and this is just like 1 word away from being Hero's Downfall.
Yeah,
and that's not a bad thing. At uncommon, that's not bad.
No.
This will see play in black decks.
Doomblade saw a lot of play, and that was 2 mana. I mean, this is
and that is non-black.
So
this is really good, guys. Don't pass this up in draft. If you are on colour, get this. If you are thinking about having black, get this. In limited formats in sealed. If you within black, then take it. It's really good.
Absolutely. Another delve creature coming up now. Why don't you take away on the old Necropolis Fiend?
Necropolis Fiend, 4/5 flyer with delve for a total of 9 mana, so 7 and 2 black. So you can get this out for 2 black as cheap as you can for a 4/5 flyer. And you can pay X and tap to exile X cards from your graveyard. Target creature gets -X until the end of turn.
Now, I saw this and thought it was total shit.
Yes.
Apparently, a lot of people are saying that in a few years we're going to be rethinking that stance.
Yeah, people are saying in a couple of years that maybe people will be wishing they held on to Necropolis Fiend, or maybe even pre-ordered a couple of them. I don't know why. I still can't see it because it fights against itself.
Yeah,
now, this is the bad thing.
If you've delved hard to get it out, then you can't delve hard again to get its ability to work. And its ability is a tap ability.
And you've got to exile those cards, so you can't just say X is the number of cards in your graveyard. You've got to exile those cards, so then you can't actually use the X ability for higher next turn.
Yeah.
But saying that, being able to get this out a lot cheaper as a 4/5 flyer is really good. Limited wise, this is just going to be stupidly good.
Oh yeah, yes.
If you just play the game and then get to turn 5, you'll probably be able to play this as a turn 5 4/5 flyer.
Absolutely.
Raider Spoils.
It's 3 and a black for an enchantment. Creatures you control get +1/+0. Whenever a warrior you control deals combat damage to a player, you may pay 1 life. If you do, draw a card.
Very good for the warrior tribal.
Yeah, very good for this warrior tribal.
People will be drafting warrior tribal.
You think so?
Definitely.
Oh,
There's enough, even just in black and white, for people to draft around the warrior stuff.
I think this is not quite good enough.
I think it is for warrior drafts.
Yeah, it makes the warrior tokens 2/1s and
that ability is nuts.
Okay, yeah.
Pay 1 life, draw a card if he does combat damage. It's really good, especially when everything gets plussed up by the warrior things, plus each other up, and you get your tokens.
Okay.
I think drafting around the warrior thing is quite an elusive yet popular thing. It seems to be.
It remains to be seen, I think.
But I think it's good, not in standard, limited.
Too much enchantment removal.
Limited in draft, yes. Sealed, you probably won't have enough warriors to make this good. Yes, it gives your creatures +1/0, but so does a Sorin Emblem. But you know what I mean. Raider Spores is okay if you're going for the warrior thing. If not, don't play it.
So, Rakshasa's Secret is 2 and a black.
He's nibbling. Or she.
Nibble on this little earlobe.
That's your ear.
It's a cat demon, yo. It's 2 and a black for a sorcery. Target opponent discards 2 cards. Put the top 2 cards of your library into your graveyard. So, it feeds Waste Not, it feeds Delve at the same time. People who like that kind of shit will play it.
There you go.
But I think it's a bad card.
It is a bad card. Don't play it.
Retribution of the Ancients is a black for a rare enchantment, which has black, remove X +1/+1 counters from among creatures you control. Target creature gets -X until end of turn. Now,
amazing in EDH.
Yeah, yes.
Amazing in EDH.
Now, this is the kind of give something -X ability that I like to see.
Yes. where it has a synergy of giving things counters and then taking them off instead
Yes.
of just like having to compete with itself.
Yes.
This is really good.
It's cheap enough at 1 mana. Its ability is cheap enough at 1 mana, and obviously the 1/1 counters. But it looks like 1/1 counters aren't going to be a hard thing to come by.
No, and I think the cool thing is you don't have to like tap the creature or anything. You can swing with a creature with loads of counters, then remove them, get rid of something.
Yes.
It's cool.
Yes.
I like it a lot.
I think it's good.
I don't know about standard, probably not, because I don't think 1/1 counters are going to be a massive thing.
Well,
but you never know.
global enchantments tend not to really make it in
No, they
standard
don't.
anyway. Not at the moment, at least. So.
But if you have enough to make this work in draft or sealed, maybe go for it. But it's not one of those you're going to be like snap picking res.
Cool.
Rite of the Serpent. This is so cool. The artwork's amazing.
Yes.
It's removal. It's destroy target creature for 6 mana. But if that creature had a +1/+1 counter, you get a green snakey. A 1/1 green snakey. 6 mana's a lot for a removal spell.
I think this card should have had Delve, personally.
Yes, it probably should have, but then it would have been too good.
Yes. Yes, you are right.
But yeah, we can't have everything.
No.
Flesh to Dust in M15 sealed was like a really decent card.
Yeah.
You just like destroy a creature. This is destroy target creature again. For 1 more mana though, you maybe get a snake.
Yes.
It's okay. It's not amazing, but you'll play it.
It's too situational to ever be amazing, and also
No way
too...
standard.
No.
Sealed limited. If you need a card and you need your removal, then that's fine.
Rotting Mastodon is a 4 and a black for the biggest ass you ever seen. It's a 2/8, but it's a vanilla, so we'll just fly straight over there. But
yeah, just.
But seriously, it's a good blocker.
Yeah, it's a good blocker if you need a blocker. If you need a creature, take it.
Ruthless Ripper is a 1/1 for 1. Now these are always good in limited.
And it's got dead touch, so it's like a.
Yes, sorry, I should have added. It's a 1/1 for 1 with death touch.
It's a typhoid rats.
Yes,
basically.
it's typhoid rats.
But it has an added ability.
It has morph. So its morph cost is to reveal a black card in your hand, and your opponent loses 2 life, or target player loses 2 life, I should say. So this is like slightly better, I feel, than the one that just gains you 2 life.
Yeah, because you can use it aggressively.
And you can use it as a death touch trick.
Yeah. I mean, if you really want to reach really far, you can use this in EDH to get Dethrone working by making yourself lose 2 life.
Okay, mate, yeah. That is a stretch. But, yeah, I think this is a pretty good card. I mean...
I think this is one of the better revealer
revealer
cards.
Put a bit of brain work into it, and, you know, you can... if someone thinks, they've already got a smelly old 2/2 morph creature, I can swing him with this, and then you can...
You can go, no, you lose 2 life, and you lose your creature.
Yes, exactly.
It's a nice blowout.
Yeah, so it's a pretty good little trick.
Limited, definitely. Standard, no.
Yes. That should be our logo. We should get that printed on t-shirts.
Limited, no. Standard... Well, no, limited
yes.
Standard,
no. Shambling Attendance is 7 and a black for a 3/5 delve creature with death touch. It's pretty
bad.
It's French vanilla. It's
pretty bad for standard. Limited, probably be okay. You're not gonna like love this ahead of any other delve cards though. Like there's better things to delve into.
Yes. Sidisi's Pet for 3 and a black is a 1/4 with lifelink.
I don't get this at all.
And morph. Its morph cost is 1 and a black, and I don't like it.
I don't get
lifelink with 1 power is bad.
I think they could have made a better zombie ape.
Yeah,
because
I love the
cool.
art.
The art's really
intimidating as fuck, but
it's not an intimidating card. Don't play it. No. I really don't like it.
No, I think it's a really pretty
However,
card.
A card that I really, really like, and this is the creature you would want to be delving into.
Oh, I love it.
Is the 6-cost 3/3 flyer with delve that is Sultai Scavenger.
This is great.
It again fits into the warrior tribal, which is a thing. Seriously, it's a thing. It is a thing in draft and a thing maybe even at FNM.
So saith Noah.
I do saith a 3/3 flyer for like minimum, well, like 6 and maximum 1.
Yeah,
it's pretty good. I mean, you want to be getting this out with your delve costs at a 2 or a 3 drop. It's always going to be worth it. Really good. Pick them up in draft and or sealed. Really fantastic. Standard, probably not. Because there are better black flyers.
I think people might play at FNM.
I think they will in Warrior Tribal, mate.
Yo, mate, Warrior Tribal,
I'm obsessed with Warrior Tribal.
Swarm of Bloodflies is 4 and a black for a 0/0 creature.
What? 0/0?
Yeah, man, it just dies. That's
oh,
it.
Shit.
So it's
just dies
Shades of Mortician Beetle. It's a flying insect creature. It comes in with 2/1/1 counters, and whenever another creature dies, put a +1/+1 counter on Swarm Bloodfly. So in a way, it's slightly more powerful than Mortician Beetle was, which
Because it
whenever
sacrificed.
something was sacrificed. I mean, this is obviously it's weak as hell when it comes out and overcosted, but progressively gets better. And if you time it right,
Yeah, and if you've got a lot of like decent black removal,
yeah,
you can just use it to get this guy big and then keep swinging. It's not going to be like any more than a one of probably in draft and or sealed because it's just too weak for the cost.
yes.
But it's decent.
It's very fragile when it comes out.
Very.
And the potential payoff is awesome, but
It's
I
again
mean,
potential.
again, I mentioned Mortician Beetle, but Mortician Beetle was a 1-drop.
Yes.
So
And it was already a 1/1 for 1, so it's
Yes.
fine. But I mean, this is, we're thinking in best case scenario, it's very good. In worst case scenario, it's just a very weak.
I mean,
creature.
it is a flyer. I mean, potentially great, but people will try and make it work.
Yes.
Throttle is a 4 and a black for a instant. Target creature gets -4/-4 until end of turn. I don't really like this card. I'd sooner go for the enchantment that does -2/-2
Yeah.
for less.
But it's not instant speed.
That's true. That's
This is an
absolutely
instant speed
true.
-4/-4. However, the thing that annoys me is Grasp of Darkness was 2 black for this ability.
Yeah.
I mean, I play that in my Pauper deck,
This is
and this is just. I mean, it's rubbish in like a.
I don't want to spend 5 mana at instant speed to give something -4/-4.
No,
I'll
but
spend 5 mana at instant speed to destroy something.
Yes, but in limited,
Yeah, sure.
this is good
but-
removal.
Yeah, okay, maybe.
Standard, no, get out of my life. But yeah,
and,
it's limited, fine.
The very last black card is Unyielding Crewmar.
And it's unyieldingly crap.
Yep.
It's
What a shame. What a bust to end on
It
this.
is. It's a 3/3 for 4, which is fine, and you can pay 2 to give it first strike. It's okay. It's not like nuts. It's never going to break the format.
The problem is obviously is giving it first strike is just obvious.
It's
too
that
obvious.
thing
So
again
you-
I don't like.
You can't use it as a trick.
You can't. You can attack with it, and they'll be like, okay, I guess I'll just take 3.
Because I'm not going to block it because first strike. Like,
Yeah, or you can leave it as a blocker, and they just won't attack for a bit, and then just use a removal spell on it. It's not fantastic.
no.
It's okay if you need a creature.
It's
not
a
brilliant.
common creature, though. It's not bad.
And it's a warrior.
You and your warriors, man.
Sorry, man.
There are a lot of warriors.
There are.
I mean, I called this kind of wrong. I said that because Preeminent Captain was released, I was like, man, there's going to be so many soldiers in
Yeah.
Khans. Like, I was like, I mean, look at it. It's all warring clans. There's going to be soldiers.
Yeah.
Well, apparently not. It's all fucking
Apparently,
warriors.
no. Preeminent Captain's terrible. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching the Black Card spoiler review of Khans of Tarkir.
And we'll see you next time when we move on to the red spoilers.
It's going to be treasonous.
And-
It's going to be...
Our arrows stuck. Not spoiling it. Bye.
See you next time, guys.